Hello friends, this video on matter and magnetism part 9 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 8 before going ahead with part 9. Now we will study about the motion of a charged particle in magnetic field. Till now we saw that when a charged particle enters a magnetic field, what is the force that it experiences. Now we will see what will be the kind of motion or what will be the nature of path that the charged particle will follow once it enters a magnetic field. So let us try to find that out. So for that we make two assumptions. The first is that we assume that the magnetic field is uniform. That means the magnitude of the magnetic field is same throughout. The strength of the magnetic field is same throughout. And the second is the magnetic field is perpendicular down the plane of the paper. We assume that the magnetic field is in the downward direction. I hope you understood what do I mean when I say it is in the downward direction. That means it is perpendicular to the plane of your paper and it is towards the downward direction. So we will represent it by a cross, right? So now we will try to look at the motion of the charged particle. Now, what will decide the motion of a charged particle? Obviously, the velocity of the charged particle. The velocity of the charged particle can give us a clue that how will the particle move, right? Now, the velocity of the particle, let us suppose that the velocity of the particle is v. So now this velocity will have two components. Any particle which is moving with some velocity v, that v will have two components. One is the perpendicular component and another one is the parallel component. So here also the particle, as soon as it enters the magnetic field, it has some velocity v with respect to the magnetic field. Let us suppose that there is a parallel component and there is a perpendicular component. So we will consider the motion of the particle first due to the perpendicular component, then we will see the motion of the particle due to the parallel component, and then we will try to join both of them and see how the overall motion of the particle will be. So let us first consider the perpendicular component of the charged particle. Now we are considering the perpendicular component first. Okay, so now when v is perpendicular to velocity, in this case the velocity is perpendicular to the magnetic field. So magnetic field is in the downward direction. This cross shows that this is the direction of magnetic field. Now let us suppose that the charged particle is at this point, is at some point. This particle has just entered and the particle is at this point. The velocity of the particle is in this direction. The particle wants to go in this direction and the magnetic field is downwards. Now apply your right hand rule. So if you apply your right hand rule, your fingers will go towards velocity and then it will curl down. So your force will be towards this direction. That means if you take your fingers, all your four fingers will be in this direction. That is the direction of velocity. Then they will curl down. So when you curl your fingers down, where is your thumb? Your thumb will point in this direction, right? So this is the direction of the force. Now this charged particle, so force is in this direction, so the particle wants to go in this direction. But since the force is in this direction, it will push the particle towards this direction. Now again this particle goes to some point, and again if you consider this point, let us suppose now the particle came to this point. Here again what will be the velocity of the particle? The velocity will be in this direction. Magnetic field is downward. Again you apply your right hand rule, your force will be towards this direction. So again that force will bring the particle here. So if you see that the force will always act inwards, and because of this force the particle will end up following a circular path. Are you understanding the logic why the particle is experiencing it will move in a circular path? Because the force which is acting on the particle, force, that is the magnetic force. What is this force? Magnetic force. The force which is acting on the particle as soon as it enters the magnetic field. So the magnetic force is always acting on the particle inwards. So it is trying to bring the particle inward, but the particle has some velocity which is tangential. So as a result of this magnetic force acts as a centripetal force and this particle is moving in a circular motion. So that means this is the result of the perpendicular component. So this came from the perpendicular component of velocity. The component of velocity which is perpendicular with respect to the magnetic field. But there is another component, that is the parallel component. Now for the parallel component of velocity, what will happen? Now when V is parallel to B, in that case the magnetic force on the particle will be 0, right? In this case, see, in this case the magnetic force, that is F, is equal to Q into V cross B. So it was non-zero, right? But in this case the magnetic force will be equal to 0. Why so? Because it is V cross B, that is VB sine theta, and theta will be equal to 0 because V is parallel to B. So the magnetic force in this case is 0. Now what will happen if the magnetic force is 0? That means if the particle is, let us suppose if this is the particle and if this particle enters into a magnetic field. Let us suppose this is the magnetic field again. And let us suppose this charge particle enters into the magnetic field. Now this charge particle will not experience any force due to this magnetic field because magnetic force is 0. So whatever is the velocity of the particle, that velocity will remain unaffected. So that means if the particle is entering in this direction with some velocity v, so it will move with that velocity v. So what is the motion nature of the path? It is linear. So for the perpendicular component of velocity, the motion is circular because there is a magnetic force which will act on the particle, and that magnetic force will act as a centripetal force. So in this case, this magnetic force will act as a centripetal force. But in case of the parallel component of velocity, the magnetic force that will act on the charge particle will be 0, because of which the velocity of the charge particle will remain unaffected and the particle will move in a linear path. So what do we say? With perpendicular component the motion is circular, and with parallel component the motion is linear. But in reality both these components exist together. Like, any velocity, when a charged particle is moving with any velocity, that velocity will have a perpendicular component as well as a parallel component. So that means this circular motion will be there as well as the linear motion will also be there. So what will be the resultant motion? So the resultant motion of the particle will be helical. Do you know what is helical? Helical is something like this. This is known as a helical motion. That means it is moving in a circular path as well as it is moving in a linear path. So circular path you can see clearly, and linear path is this path which it is covering. So circular motion plus linear motion gives rise to helical motion. If you look at this, you will understand it better. For example, here it is moving in a circle. Let us suppose it moved in a circular path like this. And the same particle moved along a straight line path like this. So when you combine both of this, so in the first case it moved in a circular path like this. In the second case it moves in this direction. So if you combine both of them, in that case it will move in a circular path as well as it will keep moving along this path. That means it is moving along, the linear path is also covered and the circular path is also covered. Therefore, the resultant motion would be somewhat like this, and this is known as a helical motion. So that means now the concepts are getting clearer, right? So what is happening? You have, so let me review it quickly. Just listen to it as a story. You have a wire which is carrying current. That means charges are in motion. So when charges are in motion, they will produce a magnetic field around itself, right? Now there is a third charge particle Q, who is an outsider. That charge particle comes and enters this magnetic field. What happens? That charge particle experiences a force due to this magnetic field. Now what will be that force? That force is given by Q into V cross B, right? Now because of this magnetic force, the charge particle will move in a helical path, right? Okay, so till now it is. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.